robots, yay. They have designed the game that you're about to witness. They've taken elements from past VEX IQ championships to share with you, and they've designed their own Tavares game-on experience on the other side of the field. So to start off, Logan and Jade are going to give you information about the game and how it's scored, and then Kyla is helping to MC the matches. So, kids, take it away.
The gaming setup for the field. The field is split into two halves, a sport half and the squared away half, on a 6 by 8 field. Each field has their own set of rules for scoring. Rules. Sorry.
Did it die? All right, Kyla, pass yours over.
Okay. Alright, never mind. Alright, so each ball scored in the soccer.
Just keep going.
Each scored ball in the 3.
It's okay. It's going to drop sometime. It's okay.
Each ball scored in a soccer goal will give you 3 points added to your score. Each ball scored in basketball court adds 5 points to your score. Each ball scored in the football goal adds 10 points to your score. Game rules for the continue for the sports side. In the last 30 seconds on the sports side, you have a chance to attempt to lift your robot off the ground from either the higher or lower bar. A robot completely off the ground from the lower bar gets 15 points. If the same condition is met with the higher bar, you get 20 points added to your score. Squared away game rules. On the squared away portion, each red-blue goal in the corner gets 10 points added to your score. If you stack each of them on it, you get another 15 points added. Each ball scored inside a cube gets 2 points added to the score. Each on top of the goal adds 3 points to the score. Each green goal on the shorter platforms gets you 20 points. Each green goal on the taller platform gets you 30 points. Okay, so the game rules now. I think this time I won't screw up. Each half you have 2 minutes. Okay, each half you have 2 minutes to score as many points on one side as you can. Then the other side gets reset and you switch sides. At the end of each 2-minute period, you have 1 minute to get your robot driven to the startup point on the other half of the field. We will reset the field and start the 2 minutes after the robots are at the startup point. After both sides completed, we will have points. The team with at the end of the series will be declared the overall winner. Hand it on to, so we'll just do it again. Any damage done to any parts of the field will cause 5-point deduction for the first time, 10 points for the second time, 15 for the third offense. Fourth time is the qualification for the ground. Let the game begin.
But before the games begin, if any team hears this sound, that means it's time to switch. Now let's let the games begin. First match, Team B, Jacob and Channing. The squared away portion, Team A, is Jane and John.
Alright, so
If you are we have a
Okay.
few things we
Are both teams having issues? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and move to match 2 and we'll make up match 1 in a minute.
And match 2, on the sports side, it's going to be Kyla and Makaina, and on the squared away, it's going to be Alyssa and Echo.
all right. All right. Thumbs up when you're ready. Thumbs up when you're ready. All right. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So let's switch up. We are doing. Next match.
Okay. I know. They're still getting used to the field that they designed, and I think they're a little bit nervous. But they did a great job. Give them a round of applause. All right. Kyla, who's next?
Are we going to go back?
Go ahead to match 3.
The match 3, we have on sports side, Channing and Jonathan, and on
Sorry, I started trying.
And on squared away, we have Kyla and Camila.
All right, 1 second. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, I'm not allowed to help.
Are they ready? Team one, are you guys ready for that? One more round, so move on to the next one. Logan, can you help reset the field? Alright, so just, we've said we have to keep skipping match one. During our rehearsal time, unfortunately, Team A's robot kind of fell apart a little bit. So they're in the process of rebuilding and engineering the fixes that they need to make it work. And they're doing a great job at that. Because I can see that they're already getting it back together there. Throughout this year, the kids have worked like really hard. We had some setbacks. We started the year, we didn't have all of our robots in because, you know, COVID slowed down shipments of everything. And so finally we got all our robots in. So most of the building has taken place since January. And working for like an hour and a half once a week. They've done some amazing things. So we're pretty proud of that. Kyla, are you ready to set up the next team?
Yeah. We're actually going to skip match 5 because Team A does match 5. So for match 6 on the sports side. Okay, never mind. We're going to do match 1.
Woo! We're ready!
Yes! On Team sports side, Team B, Jacob and Channing, and straight away, Team A, Jaden and John.
Alright, give me thumbs up when you're ready. Alright, next round.
I don't know how many of you got to come to the scrimmage that we did earlier this year, but this is kind of what happens in between matches. They run the program, they might see that something wasn't working quite right with their robot, and so they go back and they make repairs or they make adjustments to get it working. Just really thinking through that process of what can I do to make that score higher and to keep improving as we go. So I really love how they got their robot to hang. That was one thing they saw at the competition that they're like, we want to make that happen, and they kept working until they made it happen. So that was good. I don't know if you guys noticed, but it was Team C. They came up with their design. Guys, can you hold up your robot? So rather than using traditional wheels, they have kind of like a tank type system going on, which looks pretty cool. They worked pretty hard on that. We're going to get, Tyler, how many more matches do we have going? We have 2 more matches for you. And then we're going to give you guys an opportunity to kind of come get a close-up look at the robots, and if you want to ask your kids questions about what they've done, we can do that. But we're really glad that you guys were able to come out tonight and share this with us. We're also going to have a student that's going to share a demo of their programming skills. Thank you, Kyla, for that reminder. So, all right, Kyla, call up the next team.
For match 5, Team A, Duke and John, and for Team D, Camilla and Makina.
Okay, well, when you're ready. Hey, take your time. All right, 3, 2, 1, go! 5 seconds. 20 seconds. Switch. Match over. Match coming. Set. Y'all got 15 because y'all came out below. They also got a penalty because they kind of broke that. 5.
Round 6, match 6, Team C, Jocelyn and Echo, and Team E, Warren and Caitlin. Jocelyn and Echo is on the sport side, and Warren and Caitlin are on square away. Give a thumbs up when you're ready. 3, 2, 1. Switch. Four, 3. one.
All right. You guys want to start? Okay, you clear the field. All right. So we're going to turn things over to Duke and another microphone. Duke is going to introduce each of the teams, and they're going to say a little something about their robot, right? Okay, you ready?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Okay. So our robot has.
Introduce your team name.
Oh yeah, right. All right, guys, come on.
Team A.
Yay! All right. We got Jonathan 1 over here. We got Jade over here. We got Dawson over here. You're on Team E.
He was on both A and E, so let's be fair there.
Well, originally, before we got the Generation 2.
Yes.
Team A. Same deal with it. All right. Now, let us see the robot.
Okay, so you show me your robot.
Alright, so our robot has abilities for both square away and sports. So it shares a mechanism for both of them. So we put the lever to lift up boxes to basically where it has to be. And on that lifter, we put it inches in the middle so we can drag around the balls. Basically, it's where it is. We can only do the soccer because we didn't do it, and it's a fling it.
Good job. All right, so Team A, when we did the scrimmage earlier this year, tell them what your award was.
Our award was the most creative design.
And since that creative design, they've redesigned and come up with more creativity to make the robot you see before you now. So, good job, Team A.
Woo, thank you.
Not yet. We're going to go more. Duke, you ready to introduce the next team, or you want Kyla to introduce? You're going to pass to the next team? Okay, go on.
Our team is Team
D.
E, and it's Kyla and Makaina, and our robot basically is
A claw.
it's a claw bot.
It can grab stuff and also lift stuff up. Well, it's not testing, but I believe it's the fastest robot here.
I think you're pretty close to being the fastest, yeah. All right. You have more to say?
We added this little pieces to a robot because it's like on moving forward, so we just have to manage with what we have instead of using parts
And also, lastly, we also added these teeth to make it hang, but from the weight of our robot, we couldn't make it hang the same way.
Yeah. All right, good job, ladies. Okay, Team C. Uh-oh. They had a motor breaking loose. Go ahead, Alyssa.
This is our group, our robot's called Running, and we have our people that are in our group is Echo, Jocelyn.
Did you introduce everybody? Do any of your teammates want to say anything? They're a little shy. But they've done a great job this year, too. Echo, you want to hold up the robot? It's okay. They understand that the parts fall off sometimes. So show them that awesome robot. All right, good job. All right, who's up next? Warren, go ahead.
So, we are Team E. Team E has Caitlin and Dawson in it, and me, of course. This is our robot. It can lift cubes, and pretty much that's it.
Dawson, you want to say anything? There's nothing left to say?
We have some, we have first this build has started up with the base block, and we have been since then, and we have made this masterpiece right here. Yeah, that's all we got to say.
And theirs looks pretty great. They had an unfortunate incident, what was it, 2 weeks ago, where the robot accidentally drove itself off the table.
Yeah.
And they rebuilt, so they've done a great job there. Yeah, accidents happen. All right, good job. Which team do we have left? All right, last team. Warren, hand it to... All right.
So, at the scrimmage, a robot used to be just like that robot right now. But during the middle of the scrimmage, the whole robot just fell apart. And we did not get any revolves, but we still had fun. And so when we got back to robotics on next day, we came up with the idea of adding tracks to a robot, and it gave it more speed, but I would say less mobility, and we just added a few wheels. I have no idea why.
I guess they just for show because we're just for training because this thing looks like a baby. Yeah, traction, I guess you could say. Well, I'm passing off to the only man that actually has done any coding. And I'm going for that because he's the only one. Okay, whatever. Well,
Next up we have from Team A, Jonathan Pagano, and he's gonna be showing his coding that he did from today's robot.
okay, so part of my robot design for the coding is going to be a bit wonky because I was not expecting for everything to come off the field for this. But during the coding, it will do a high hang bar. right now. This is actually pretty smooth, but this is so. It's going, it's going. Oh wait, it's going to the.
Okay, guys, back off the field.
Are you gonna go?
Okay, so you saw it driving itself for a little bit there. Didn't exactly meet the goal, but what his next step would be, what would you do when you got back to it? You're gonna go back and look at your code again? Okay, and so you would troubleshoot and see what you needed to do differently. And that's what we keep doing. We just keep making ourselves better. So I applaud Jonathan for attempting to share some code with you guys today. So I just want to thank you guys so much for coming out and sharing this evening with us. We'll be here as long as you want to share and look around. A couple reminders. We will not have a club meeting next week because of FSA testing, but we plan on having 2 more meetings on kind of the 12th and 19th, right? 12th and 19th. The 12th, we will sadly be disassembling the robots so that we can start fresh next year. And on the 19th, we will just be having a meeting with the 4th graders so that we can start planning ahead for next season. And hopefully they'll have released the game for next year so we'll know what we're planning for. But thank you guys, and if you could just give them a round of applause, I'd appreciate it. Great job.